Try my best not to end up a loner, over and over till I'm finally sober, yeah. Drank too much, got blue to flow, yeah. Don't pretend like you would know.
And welcome back to Bub's Club, episode 9. Alright, so first thing we got is we're going to talk about pretty much me and Trent and I, will be getting our real estate licenses soon. We're going to take the little 90-hour course, and then there's an exam. He actually wants to kind of like pursue real estate a little bit as like a career path. For me, I just kind of want it just for like, if I'm fucking buying a house, I want to be able to be my own realtor technically. I don't got to pay anybody for it, and obviously eventually would like to do some investment properties and just renew my license or whatever. Just going to.
Yeah, I wouldn't ever make my main career being a realtor. That's not my goal at all. I want to be an investor first, and real estate in my mind is just one of the better investments that I think are a safe asset to have.
I would say the best, really.
Yeah, and so that's kind of the goal there. We're just going to get the licenses. Jake's got his own reasonings, but yeah, I'll probably be a realtor for a little bit. I think I'm going to shoot for 2 years and hopefully get my brokerage or my broker's license. And I don't know if I'll necessarily want to try and start up a brokerage or anything like that, but it's just something that I feel like is necessary. Yeah, it's necessary to just have in my back pocket for whenever I'm wanting to. Life changes left and right, so.
Right. Why not, too? It's not expensive either. So if you're out there on the fence, I think the one we're looking at right now is like $350 for the program, and then it's, like I said, it's 90 hours, and then you just take a test, and then you gotta renew it every 5 years. But so yeah, that was just a little update, and then also we got a Tito update too. We'll switch to the Tito cam here, but he is no longer pursuing an electrician path, and he might do, or you are gonna do welding next year, right?
Yep, next fall. I'll go to welding school for a year.
Sweet. So the boys are kind of switching up their career paths a little bit. Not really switching up, but just kind of dialing it in a little,
Just working my way towards the career I'm wanting.
So. I kind of feel like Tito's dialing it in. We're kind of expanding a little bit.
We're all, I would just say it's progression towards where we're wanting to go. Yeah, and so it's perfect for we're needing some sort of change. I'm just kind of sick of this,
right.
Same old, so it's good to see some progression.
Part of the reason we're just doing this podcast too, we've just been in the planning stage too long. I think I said that in episode 7. You just got to start doing shit, and real estate and being a welder is kind of the exact same thing we're talking about there. The next thing we got is kind of, you might want to give me a pop zoom here, because I got a bone to pick with Tim Cook. That's his name, right?
Yep, Tim Cook.
The CEO of Apple. Tim Cook, this one goes out to you. Fuck you. So here we go. So, Trent, you want to tell me what the hell this is right here? These two ports right here.
That would be a lightning port.
Tim, tell me about why in the fuck you would do that. I simply don't understand the sheer money grab. We're running into all sorts of issues. We have an adapter that isn't even doing it for us. We have an adapter that we can put the footage onto my MacBook, but then we have a USB drive that's 128 gigs or something. 128 gigs. We can't we need a whole other adapter for the USB to go into here.
Yep.
So it's just crazy to me that Apple, a $1 trillion company, needs to price gouge people on adapters. It's just it blows my mind, really. But yeah, we can kind of bounce over that. Just so people know.
And the most pathetic part is it's not like they're putting adapters out for their products. The one we have is a third, completely. It's completely not Apple at all. Completely different company. Right. So they're just giving money to other. What is that about?
I think they have them, but they're just way more expensive than these third companies or these third-party companies.
I'm sure they do, but never will catch me buying one.
Yeah. So Tim Cook, fuck yourself. I want Steve Jobs back, but
for real,
it is what it is. Reflect a little bit more on the vlogcast here. I'd like to go back to episode 8. That should be posted by the time you're watching this, obviously. But so that was kind of the first one we really leaned into bouncing back and forth between vlogs and this podcast. And that's kind of, we've been talking a lot about our plans moving forward with this, vlogcast, and we have another idea that we'll probably bring up to you guys once it's a little more solidified.
Yep.
But as of right now, we like the vlogcast, and we're not going to fully lean into it. We're going to do kind of 50% a podcast and 50% do like our games and shit like that. Sometimes the games will be on here, like today it will be a little bit, and then we also have one that's gonna be in a vlogging format. But yeah, I know for me, for sure, that was easily my favorite episode we've done.
Yeah,
just with editing and with the, the consistency of, it wasn't just us sitting here and, doing the same thing the whole time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a big upgrade from what we were currently doing in our current set. Seriously, we have upgraded a lot. So I'm hoping it's better. The next thing we're hoping to target is probably some crispier audio. We're hoping to get some actually decent mics.
Yeah, they suck. Really
However, they are awfully expensive, and because this isn't bringing in any money, just be patient with us. We are going to hopefully get crispier audio for you guys soon, and I think that will increase. That'll take the podcast.
That's number one.
Exactly. That's the whole point of it.
The mics are the next priority, pretty much, and then the one after that, I think. I don't even really know what else we are like urgently needing an upgrade for, but we really need an audio upgrade. You can even tell that it's super echoey right now.
Yeah, and as you saw in the first video, which we actually posted last night, so if you haven't seen that, go back, watch the most reoccurring one. Yep, episode 7. And just what was I gonna say? We got a mixer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was great. We got the mixer working and everything, and then we got back and we realized that our mics here just aren't gonna work.
They're ass. We have a mic that we put on top of our camera usually, and it's just way better than these mics. But we give these mics a try every single episode here. So we're recording right now, but it's just not great. It's really not. So we're gonna try to upgrade these. I know at Best Buy they have some podcast sets a little bit. We can go check those out, but. Then again, that's what these are,
Yeah.
I feel like we'll just get the same shit. But we were looking right before this podcast. He was searching them up, and the best one we could see was like $300 each.
Yeah. So hopefully there's a bundle out there. Hopefully there's a Black Friday. That would be sweet. We should actually.
We only really need 3 of them.
We should keep an eye on that.
Black Friday.
Black Friday sales for audio equipment, because I think that's where we could seriously get quite the deal.
Definitely. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
So with the vlogcast, that's just kind of our thing, because obviously we need to compensate for. We don't really have a name for ourselves at all. Actually, matter of fact, we really don't at all. So, the vlogcast is just kind of a unique form of content that we're going to try to pursue a little bit, because I think a lot of the content is moving towards a TV show type of format, which I don't want to give too much away with our idea, but I kind of just did a little bit.
We can go into it. It's really just ideas right now. We have nothing like seriously like set in stone. Yeah. We're really just trying to feel it out, see how we really feel about it, and maybe
granted, the two most successful people on YouTube, in my mind, with like the overall quality of their content, I think is Mr. Beast and Nelk.
Yep.
And both of which I feel as though they're dipping their toes into like a TV show format, really. Like the editing is to a level where it is no longer YouTube quality.
Right.
It's a TV show quality,
but that's
it's
what comes with
content.
That's what comes with having the luxury of being paid. These guys are getting paid so much that they're just reinvesting that right into the quality of the podcast.
And that's why this is so good. But we're gonna give it our best, because
and here's we didn't know exactly how this was gonna work out, the revamp of Bub's Club, and so we just decided that we're gonna have to just do the first one, especially with the vlogcast. We didn't know how it was gonna work, but we just figured let's just do the first one. Let's try and edit it. Let's see how we like it, and if we like it, we post it. And we did exactly that, and I love it as of right now.
I love it. So we're just gonna keep consistency.
Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing with what we have coming for you, which we're gonna keep quiet for now.
Right.
Keep you on your toes a little bit.
Right. Okay, so let's hop right into pop culture updates. We'll do this pretty quickly. So we're gonna do a little NFL Week 4 recap. The fucking Vikings, man, they lost 7-14. I can't believe we're supposed to have such a good offense, and we can only put up 7 points. And granted, you can go back, you can argue that the Browns had that bullshit. We stopped them on 4th down. We really did, and it was a terrible pass interference call. They should not have had their touchdown or their 2-point conversion. So if you really wanted to pick it apart, we should have won 7-6. But that's kind of like going down the butterfly effect. They would have beat us either way. Because dude, if we're putting up 7 points, we cannot expect to win. So that's the first time of the year I felt like we truly lost a game. And so, anyways, next week we play the Lions, so it should be a pretty good bounce back. And then the next 2 ones are amazing to me. The Jets, the New York Jets. somehow found a way to win a game and beat the Tennessee Titans, who are supposed to actually be pretty good. They're not bad. They have one of the best running backs in the league. They got probably one of the best receiving cores in the league, and their defense is supposed to be decent. The New York Jets beat them in overtime, 27-24. So, I mean, go Jets, I guess. I used to be a Jets fan, but it's too mentally. I mean, dude,
It's like being a Vikings fan or something.
Like times 3. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's even worse because. Anyways. But the Giants also kind of in the same boat as the Jets, so New York's not doing too hot with football. You got the New York Jets and the New York Giants.
Just wait till Gary Vee gets involved. You might be able to help it out a little bit.
Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, both those teams in my mind, they didn't play each other, so I honestly thought both teams were going to go like 0-17 or like had a decent shot at doing it. But both teams won in the 4th week. The Giants beat the Saints. The Saints, granted, don't have Drew Brees anymore, so it's nothing incredible, but they also beat them in overtime 27-21, so good job, Giants. And then the last thing we really got that's kind of notable from this week is that Tom Brady broke the all-time passing yards record, and how fitting is it they did it back in New England at Foxborough against the Patriots. He's now 1-0 against the Patriots, and he passed Drew Brees in that record. I mean, he's the GOAT. He really is the GOAT.
He's a great, and he's by far the greatest pick that the NFL has ever had.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I want to go into just a little insider information on what it's like to be like a pick, I guess. So I saw, I mean, I can't give exact credits, but I did see it on TikTok, so credit to TikTok, I guess. But basically, did you guys know that during the NFL drafts, the players actually receive every single hat from every team from the whole organization, and the reason behind it is because they also don't know up until that very moment as well, and so they get the phone call from the coach, right?
Yep.
And then they're like, oh, I'm playing for this team. They go grab that hat, put it on, and then they start their post-pick interview.
It's crazy to me because I knew they didn't know, obviously, because they got the reactions, but I never knew that they had all 32 hats.
Seriously.
Like, that's gotta be such a process.
Can you imagine just getting a package from the NFL, just from the NFL, and it's just hats, like it's got to be like a 6-foot hat or like a stack of hats.
Seriously.
But yeah, I thought that was fascinating. So
that's crazy. And then the next thing we got is tomorrow, actually, Saturday, October 9th. We got Fury versus Wilder 3. So I think we should give our quick predictions here, and then I kind of want to talk about why in the fuck that fight's even taking place, but what do you think's gonna happen there?
I think it's gonna be Fury taking it away, hands down.
Yep.
Whether he dies and resurrects like the last time, you can't kill that man. He's just gonna.
You literally have to murder him to win.
He's literally a Nephilim. This guy is he's just a godly man. This guy's huge. He's a demon in the ring, and he can eat. He'll eat your shots up, man. He'll take anything.
Yep.
So I think it's going to be hands down Fury. Wilder's always given a pretty good show though, so I'm excited to watch it regardless.
Yes, right. I mean, he's only lost to Fury ever. I wonder if maybe we didn't do our research correctly, and I wonder if they tied that first one. You think that one was because that would make
the
more
one
sense.
where he resurrected, or is
Yeah.
that I'm not quite sure.
When he resurrected, I wonder if that was a draw.
I thought he resurrected and knocked the dude right out, or maybe it was a TK. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I also think that Fury's going to win that one just based off last time. I mean, that was not even a close fight.
Yeah.
He really showed that he's like way better of like just a boxer overall.
Yep.
He's obviously not more in physique or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna. Tito, do you want to give your quick prediction here?
For physique though, are you saying like aesthetic, or are you saying like capability? Because like
I'd say both, dude.
You'd say Fury is less capable than Wilder?
Physically? Yes, I think so. But he's just so much better at
I would
boxing.
say, I mean, just aesthetic-wise, he's not like a ripped, big dude.
Fat.
Like, yeah, he's actually pretty chunky. But like, I feel like there's just something hidden. I mean, do you think
it's accuracy?
Do you think shots hurt less because you're a little chubbier?
No, because honestly, it's his like chin that's more impressive. He just can take a shot from Deontay Wilder, who is widely renowned as like the hardest puncher ever in boxing. So I mean, just look this up, and apparently the first one was a split draw, so that makes a lot more sense now why the third one's happening.
And I also have another Fury update for you here. So something funny happened this week. there was some talk going on between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury,
Yeah.
his little brother, and basically he said that if he loses the fight against Jake Paul, he will legally have to change his last name. Because...
Did he agree to that yet? Tommy?
Who, Tommy?
Yeah.
I don't think he will ever agree to that shit.
But Jake actually like put a bet out there, and he said
I'm
that
sure.
if Tommy wins, Jake Paul will give him $500K.
Yeah, but his name
I'd
for
take
him,
that bet.
his name change for him was weak. He said Tommy Fumbles.
Yeah, it's not funny.
No, bro. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't know what. It should have been like Tommy, like Paul, damn near. So he
That
could
would
say
have
it's
been,
like
that would have been
like
funny.
he's his
That's a
son or
good one.
something.
Yeah, seriously, his
Yeah,
son.
That'd be funny. What do you think's gonna happen?
Or Jake Paul Jr.
Did you say it, Harry?
I didn't say it yet, but I'm just gonna go against all odds here and just say Fury loses, just because.
Really?
Okay.
And the main reason why is because I saw a fake video of him in training getting knocked out. I mean, it was a fake video, but
I think I watched that. I think I
That
watched
dude had
that
like a
too.
full six pack, and everyone's like, "Oh my fucking god, he got knocked out."
I'm just gonna run with it though and just say that Fury loses.
Yeah.
I've actually seen a lot of people thinking like, I just have a feeling. I'm a Fury fan, but I have a feeling that Wilder is actually going to surprise everyone. I mean, obviously,
I think he'll surprise people. I think
it'll
he's
be a
not gonna
closer
win.
fight than last time.
I don't
for
think.
sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna win, but I think he's gonna surprise people. He's really
agree.
gonna draw it out.
It's either going to be Fury by decision or Fury with a late knockout. Like
I would have to agree.
If Fury loses, then it's gonna have to go into a fourth fight. Then I assume.
it literally would, because then it'd be
I was,
1-1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching that film back, the last fight. I was watching it back. I think it was earlier today, actually, and they like zoomed into Wilder's face and the fear in his
Yeah, when he
dude.
comes up?
Yeah, he was, bro.
Like, what the fuck?
I would have been fucking freaked out. Are you kidding me? Dude was dead.
He actually, like, he's
Literally-
confirmed he was literally out. Like, actually out. We should actually play I don't know if that's copyright issues, but I'm actually going to
Why
edit
not?
just the small clip in there. I mean, fuck it,
Yeah.
we're not monetizing this shit
Yeah,
anyways.
exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, let's take a peek at... He literally comes back to life. I mean, just watch.
Yeah.
And then, so, I mean, if he does some shit like that with that kind of heart, there's no way Wilder wins.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the next thing you got is the rapper and the...
Oh yeah.
You
So also what we have, I just thought that this was something just kind of motivating to put out there. Kind of keep in mind that no matter what success you reach, you should always kind of diversify.
Yep.
And so what I thought was cool this week was I saw Yo Gotti actually bought a professional soccer team, and he's at the moment expected to be the rap's next billionaire. Simply
Jay-Z's the first,
because
right?
of this investment. Yeah, and Kanye was the second.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And
There's only
so,
two?
right. And
Wow.
but you want to know something? You don't become a billionaire off rap. These aren't rap
Oh,
billionaires.
fuck no.
These are people who were diversified and became extremely wealthy through Yeezy or what label does Jay-Z own?
Ah, fuck.
But whatever,
He
he branched out to business. That's what you do. You can't just be the rapper and let your people control you the whole time.
Right.
No matter what, you don't even gotta be a rapper. Anybody, whether you're super successful, it doesn't matter.
You just need that first thing.
Pick investments, just
Yep.
because last thing I would have expected. I mean, this guy wasn't even popular 2-3 years ago.
Oh, he's a shit rapper.
You think he expected to become rap's next billionaire a
Definitely
couple
not.
years later just
Definitely
by
not.
being able to buy this team?
No, definitely not.
So that's what I wanted to add there. Hopefully that's a little motivating to you. So definitely try to diversify. Get in investments.
When you're diversifying, make sure everything you're doing is very legal, because the next thing we got is kind of a controversy with some of our favorite creators.
Yeah.
And honestly, to this point, I've watched all of it. I've heard it all out. We've argued about it.
Well, yeah.
I think Steve will do it is fully in the right. Do you want to kind of give?
I think I'm gonna start with another one first, just because it's a little quicker.
Okay.
So there's 2 accusations out there at the moment this week for different YouTubers running scams, and right now, just this week, I don't know if anybody knows him. Hopefully, maybe you guys do. But his name is Omi and a Hellcat. He is on YouTube, and he's just known for being extremely wealthy and having tons of cars, big mansion,
Right.
whatever.
Yep.
And basically, he's facing up to 500 years for selling unlocked streaming devices.
Yep.
And so,
So that you don't have to pay a reoccurring subscription.
yep.
It's just
so
already unlocked.
it's already just unlocked. That you can stream it as long as you want. So
So fucked
he,
up.
he got caught up. But here's yeah, that's my issue there.
I don't care
Did
how
you-
much money you rob off anybody. to take
500 years, bro.
over 5 life sentences.
Right.
Is mind-boggling.
And this is it's just up to, based on the charges, like this.
Yeah,
previous charges like had the possibility of having up to this amount of years anyway, you know? So it's just based on the charges. He probably won't get anything close to that. He's actually saying that everything he did was legal. I don't know about all that,
if you are selling streaming devices.
But on this next one, it's very borderline. We don't know if it's legal or not.
Well, the thing about this next one is it's literally a fucking tea YouTuber, like one of the spill tea.
Yeah.
And he was the same guy who went all over like Phase K. Granted, he was right about that one. He was right about but it was only Phase K. But he tried to attack like all these Phase members. He tried to bring Phase Banks into this shit. He just like it was all of Phase because he wants views.
He's targeting YouTubers for his own benefit, like kind of just doing false accusations almost.
It's copy zone.
But basically, I don't know. I didn't like that guy. The whole way he was talking about the whole scenario was very condescending. He was very like
scummy. He should be sued, honestly.
Yeah, he was making it seem like it was, far more illegal than what it seemed to be. I mean, based on the evidence he was giving, nothing seemed illegal. So I found it weird that he was making this narrative that, like, maybe it was like scummy, or maybe like someone would question it.
Yep. And granted,
that's fine.
Listen, we only listened to the first one. So I'm still gonna watch the rest
there's
of them.
There's a 4-part series.
Yeah, because I want to hear what Steve has to say. Isn't it 5? Because
is it 5?
Say like Nelk was gonna hop in the 5th one?
Yeah.
So okay. So the 5th one's coming.
There's gonna be an episode with Steve, and then there's gonna be an episode with Nelk.
Okay.
As like a whole, and then
I'm interested to see what
they're still waiting for Mike Malak and Aiden Ross to respond.
Gotcha. So
Mike pisses me
basically, let me give you guys more information here on exactly what the question is here for Steve Will Do It. And all of the YouTubers that he was calling out, because it's not just Steve. I want to say that, but he did target Steve in the video I watched specifically, and I want to question and kind of just dip around in this conversation a little bit. So Steve Will Do It is being accused of scamming his fans. Steve at the moment has 2 partnerships with major companies, one being Wizza, the other being Rubet. Both of them are owned by his buddies. He has a friend, Alfonso, yep. And so
his real name's Alan, right? Or is it his real name
Alan?
Alfonso?
Yeah, Alan. No, his real name's Alan, but he goes by Alfonso.
They're trying to say it's like an alias, and it's bullshit.
Right. They're saying it's like kind of like a sketchy alias name, and they're just trying. He's trying to. I don't know. It's stupid. Whatever it was, I don't know. But basically, Steve said that guy Alfonso gave him financial advice.
Okay.
Now here's where I'm confused here. The video that the guy was attacking Steve on, right, was a live stream when he was absurdly drunk, right?
Right.
So there's definitely a possibility he messed up his words there or some shit. There was 2 videos where he kind of said similar things. So hold on.
I just don't think that's bad.
Hold on. No. Let me say this. So Steve claimed that his buddy Alfonso gave him financial advice.
Yep.
Was it financial advice? Or was it a promotional cut? Was he giving him a job opportunity? Because everything that he did wouldn't be financial advice. So I'm thinking there's more to the situation here. I'm thinking Steve is actually talking about a different investment. I think he's not talking about the promotional cuts here for Wizza and Rubet. I think he's actually talking about a different financial investment, possibly crypto, possibly some other thing that's making him quite like stabilize money.
He's been public about that too.
Yeah.
That he's investing in crypto and he got robbed.
Right, and so that's what I think. I'm thinking there's another investment here that he's not talking about, which is fine. You don't have to talk about your financials to the world. The fuck kind of who does this guy think he is? Trying to get this guy he's trying to out him or something. It's so weird.
Coffeezilla, I understand that you're just bringing in YouTube revenue and that's about it, but you need to understand that there are other things. Right. I know we're probably not the people to talk, obviously, but Steve has so many different revenue streams. I personally don't think it's suspicious whatsoever.
I agree.
How much money he's spending. Let's go through the main pillars of what his revenue probably looks like.
That we know at the moment. We don't even know
that
about.
We know in our public.
Yeah.
Crypto is definitely another one, but we're not even going to include that. Nelk merch, he's getting a big cut of it because there's a lot of Steve Will Do It exclusive merch. Another one is probably the Nelk videos, if they're monetized at least.
Yeah. I don't think they are though.
So we'll just group Happy Dad into that.
Yeah,
that's a complete Nelk product that Steve definitely has a bunch in there.
Absolutely.
And I bet Nelk also probably pays him a bit of a salary to be involved a little bit, to be honest. And the Steve Will Do It videos, most of them are not monetized, but I know there's a few that are. where he's like donating to people and stuff.
Yep.
Then there's Wizza, which he has a bunch of paid, I don't know if it's partnerships or promotions. I think it's promotions where he's doing giveaways where you have to pretty much buy your way into getting entries.
Yep.
So Wizza is benefiting from that because they profit on whatever they're, I think, so they have, right now it's like a Lamborghini giveaway, right?
Yeah, at the moment. And
Not with Steve.
Was it the Happy Dad one? Or, oh, the
They
Wizza.
did that.
Oh, Wizza. No. I'm thinking of the Steve Will Do It experience thing.
Okay.
No, different one.
Yeah, so they did like a Wizza Lambo. And like they literally profit on that because I'm sure they have a little bit of a partnership with Lamborghini because it's just free promotion.
Well, you should dive into what Wizza is a little bit. It's a giveaway company pretty much, or like a what do you call those? A sweepstakes? Is that what it's called?
Sure. I mean, I don't think there's really a specific thing you can really call it.
Right. But I understand what your first question would be is like if Steve Will Do It's friend owns these companies, where does he get all this money from in order to do this? My personal opinion, there's no shot that this is correct. I mean, I have no clue. I think that they're running a sister company here where the I think the Rubet funds are actually filtering into Wizza and allowing these experiences where they're drawing drafts and whatnot.
I don't know if it's a sister company, but I think Alfonso's a big deal at Rubet, so he has the funds to make Wizza happen. I don't think Rubet and Wizza are completely together. I think Alfonso like bridges the two.
I think that's all they need though. Yeah.
Right, yeah. But I think it's more of Alfonso and Wizza rather than a Rubet and Wizza.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Which is, yeah,
You got something to add?
absolutely.
You got to keep in mind in the video he talks about how Wizza and Rubet both share the same headquarters in the U.S.
Right.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So then maybe, I mean, granted, we like I said, we don't know, but you know, it could be either way.
The only thing here that
Sounds
is
like
questionable that we have thought was maybe questionable was that, yeah, both the headquarters for Wizza and Rubet, you cannot online gamble in the US, so it's awfully odd that there's a headquarter in the US. That's the only thing we can really think of. That they're owning the company that's illegal in the US, they're owning it in the US. But they're running it outside the US, and the reason Americans are being able to access it is through VPNs, which I believe they've blocked at this time.
They're getting on it, yeah.
Yeah, they did for me. Not that I tried or anything, but
allegedly, you know.
Yeah, allegedly and stuff. So basically, what I'm really wanting to know also is, did Steve receive the financial advice as far as investments, or did Steve get approached by Alfonso to advertise and promote their companies?
I think both.
I think both as well. And so here's what I think here. I think in my mind,
it's very obvious.
Yeah,
you know?
in my mind, I think
the what do you even call it? Like the conflict here. I don't understand the accusations at all.
in my opinion, I think Steve is just involved with the right people to get both financial investment advice along with opportunities to promote and make money doing so.
Right.
That's what I think is going on here. And it's very odd that this guy's trying to outrun. I think he honestly got a small boner from the first time it happened with Phase K, and he's like, yeah, let's do it with Steve and
You're
these guys
right.
too. That's what I think it was. He realized that he got traction from that, and it worked because
it's like Phase K's right here, Steve and Nell
Exactly,
way up here, it's just
exactly.
way bigger, and this is gonna be it's gonna work.
And
that's the saddest part.
You know what's hilarious?
He should get sued to shit from
No,
Steve
but
and
hold
Nell.
on though. He's actually low-key a genius for this because
It's totally illegal.
the biggest episode he'll ever have in his whole fucking life is when those boys come on to discuss that. He found a way to have a podcast with these guys. He found a way, through accusing them, to get them all together on his podcast and get free.
Right.
He's literally getting, like, just for them to
100%.
to
It's
just
a collab.
Yeah,
pretty
like
much. But even better.
He like pressed them, and they were like, "Whoa, we'll come on and help and clear our names or whatever."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Great, free content, and probably
Which
the
also-
probably the best content I'll ever put out."
Right, and also them agreeing instantly
Yep.
shows even more that they're innocent. Really.
Yep.
But
True.
also, I think that content's gonna work for so long. But then if I'm Steve or Nelk, I'm going after that fucker for slander, dude. Like, what are you doing? You can't just accuse us.
That's what
of
you think.
Complete, like, there's essentially no evidence. You're just saying, oh, this guy seems a little too fucking loaded.
Yeah,
he has too much
spending,
money in
He's
my
spending
mind.
too much money.
Like, are you jealous or like what's going on?
Well,
there?
what's funny to me is like, Steve has probably made, I don't know, do you think he's made 100 million yet?
Yeah.
Maybe a little less?
Probably just about 100.
Right around. This guy's saying that spending $1 million on one video is too much, but what if he was gonna spend the $1 million anyway?
He would.
He would, exactly. So what's the difference of him just He's not like he's not.
We talked about this,
He's not
too.
saying the budget for this video is $1 million. No, that's not it at all.
Right.
He
He's
literally
gonna spend
spent
it, and then he's making content out of what he's
yes,
spending.
exactly. And he spent all the money he spent was on himself. And
Right.
I think he maybe got
So like the watches.
Yes, the
That's
watches
what you're
were for
talking
himself, and those were what, like 250,000 and 500,000 or something.
I'm gonna mention, out of the whole situation, I didn't hear this from CoffeeZilla, but I saw it in his comments. I do find it very interesting that Mike Malak promotes gambling
Yeah.
and stuff, but his whole brand is being a recovering addict.
Yeah.
But now he's promoting gambling, which millions of people struggle from, like every single year, from
Yep.
like a gambling addiction, and it literally just ruins their whole life.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I think that's like a little bit
That's the first thing.
scummy and hypocritical like,
100%,
of him
yeah.
to do. But
Yeah.
That's the first thing for me. I know you guys don't like Mike, but I've always kind of liked him on Impulsive just because he adds like a devil's advocate thing and keeps the conversation rolling. I think he's important for it, but I think that is the first thing where it's been like, usually he stands up for what's good, but this one's so hypocritical because I think it's not ill intentions though. I think honestly he wasn't thinking about like, oh, because he's never suffered from a gambling addiction. I think he's
Yeah.
a drug addiction kind of guy. His life's work is a book about like a recovering drug addict.
Yeah.
But you know he's got to be. That's too careless, really, because he was literally brought into the Maverick team to like be Logan's like mentor type of thing, and like make sure all the shit is gonna be not even mentor, but like someone where he can bounce ideas off of, and he'll be like, yeah, no, I think that's kind of fucked up
Yeah.
after the Japan stuff. So I think this is kind of like a really, I mean, it's definitely the money probably helped a lot because Roulette sponsorships are fucking insane. We were just talking about that, and like Rothstein and Trainwreck and all them, which is steak, but Exposed, like all these guys are rolling in money just to gamble with minimal risk, really, for the Roulette at least. So I mean, if I got offered and my whole brand was based off of recovering addicts, I think I'd probably fall for it too. But I think now that all this shit's coming out, Mike will definitely stay far as fuck away.
What's awful in my mind though is he's kind of just I mean, from the beginning, his whole thing was the recovering addict thing. So who's he going to attract? Other recovering addicts
Right.
that are wanting to be successful
So now
like
they're
him.
more vulnerable.
So now they're super vulnerable, and now what he's going to go ahead and advertise and promote is something that is the opposite of what I'm
Highly
addictive.
addictive.
I have an addictive personality. I literally get pulled into things way too easily, and I love it too much, and because I find little enjoyment out of it, I want to do it all the time.
Right.
And it sucks for like, I don't know, say wanting to focus and work for, like do something productive for an hour, and all I'm thinking about is that one thing that I'm just really wanting to do.
Right.
It's pathetic.
Me and Tito, I mean, we're both above 18, but we've both dealt with like, oh shit. I don't think either of us got to the point where it's like, holy fuck, we have a gambling addiction. But like, do you think so?
for me, I think I got pretty deep into it and got pretty addicted, but I'm out of it now, obviously.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't, I don't know, because I stopped like easily out after like learning a lesson from losing a lot. But
Right.
Yeah.
So I think
I
think that's just because you're strong-minded.
I feel like-
you're able to bounce back quick.
Yeah, I feel like the moment you realize you're probably an addict is when you're hitting negatives and still playing the game.
Right. Yeah.
When you're down,
chasing losses.
When you're chasing losses, being like, oh, I'm just gonna get it back. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're
That's why
losing.
casinos are a business.
Exactly.
It's a business model.
exactly.
Exactly.
It's impossible for them to lose. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's jump into the next thing. That is it for the pop culture update. So we got one more thing on the podcast set, and then we got another vlog type of thing. It is now officially October. I think it's October 8th today. Yep, it is. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to hop into, we did a tier list rating Halloween candy, or pretty much just candy overall, to be honest. I just put every single fucking candy that I could think of. And let's see what you guys think about these tier lists that we made. So the first one we will do, let me switch the view here. The first one we will go through is Tito's. And so let's break down a few of these. Personally, I think I'm more of a chocolate guy. So I hate the Swedish fish at S.
Same. That's exactly how I am too.
I think the Swedish fish and the dots are the only things for me where I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? And then Junior Mints I like, but I know for a fact I'm in the minority. Same with Almond Joy. I'm not even going to argue those two. But then Three Musketeers and Milky Ways are the last thing I got. They're the same fucking thing, just one has caramel, in my opinion. And I think you kind of agree with him, right?
I feel like mine's kind of a mash between the two of yours.
Okay, yeah, yours is definitely in between, but he's got Milky Way at S and Three Musketeers at D. Can you break that down for me real quick?
You know, pretty much I just like Milky Ways more. You know, the caramel is a big factor in the whole entire taste. And so I think that's I think that's a well deserving to drop a couple of tiers.
You don't like the nougat?
No.
You don't fuck with the nougat at all?
Well, I mean, I fuck with it, but I mean, I guess.
You gotta love it. I mean, you got Milky Way
Exactly.
at S. You gotta like the nougat a little bit.
Yeah, I do, but the caramel is the big factor that changes it all.
I guess so. All right. That's the only thing I can really break down. I think Nerds is a great F pick. Fuck Nerds. I think Butterfinger's a little low, but besides that, and Reese's is definitely low. That's all I really got for
Reese's
yours.
is low, that's disappointing.
All right, so let's go through trends here.
All right, let me preface, okay? Because I don't know if I did this different than you boys, but the way I chose my tier list here is walking into a gas station, what's the first bar I'm going to get? If it's not available, what's the second bar I'm going to get? And move my way down the line. So that's exactly what I chose here. As you can see by my top 2 rows, I'm a big chocolate guy as well. The only ones that the only candies that are not like chocolate that I really, really enjoy and will ever truly get is Sour Patch Kids and Skittles. Other than that, I don't know. There's a reason that, look at my E tier. That kind of says it all for you right there.
Right. Yep.
Speaking, I mean, can I just...
I need you to address your F. Your F.
No, I need to address one thing before that.
Okay.
The candy corn.
Okay.
Candy corn should be like banished from all, like the whole world. It's just
so.
Yeah, because there's a reason it only comes around Halloween. It goes away immediately afterwards and doesn't come out ever again for the whole. I mean, I guess actually no. Is it candy corn more like a Thanksgiving thing than Halloween?
No, it's definitely Halloween.
No, Halloween. Okay, then I don't know.
There's like an autumn, but like.
Did you guys know candy corn actually can be built into like a corn cob?
I did see that if you do it in a circle. So now I need you to elaborate a little bit more on your F tier. Tell me about why you hate those 3. I mean,
they're just the knockoff version of other ones, or just mids overall. Basically, they're just the last candy I would grab out of a gas station. I think that's just it.
it's great. I think I have. I'm not gonna lie, we'll have to see on mine, but I'm pretty sure I have Almond Joy S tier, and the other 2 A tier. But
I honestly think if you were to get me, like if someone were to give me like a candy basket and it was those 3, I'd be fine with it. Like I'd eat them. I mean, they're not bad.
Right.
They're just definitely absolutely not anywhere close to the top of my tier list. I don't know. There's a.
I guess.
They're
I mean,
just-
hey, fair enough.
I even feel like I was being generous with York
Really?
at D tier. Yeah,
All right, so here's mine.
your D tier is ass.
My D tier.
Yeah,
Snickers.
That's embarrassing.
I do not fuck with
Snickers can at least be a B.
Ah, God no. I just don't like the peanuts ruin it all for me. It's an average ass candy bar, and then you throw the peanuts in there, and I think it fucks it up.
Are you allergic to peanuts or what?
No, I wish I goddamn was. I really do. Actually, no, I don't because I love Reese's. I love Reese's.
Why is it the peanut butter then, or the nuts?
Well, peanut butter is fine, especially if it's Reese's, because that's not real peanut butter. That's just like sugary ass knockoff.
Low
peanut
key,
butter.
yeah.
And I really don't like the peanut butter cups, which is probably more peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
I really like the Reese's Pieces. That's why I have the S tier. I'm gonna say something bold. And the cookies and cream Hershey's, I tried that shit at a gas station the other day, and I think I would bump it down to A. I didn't love it.
I think that's the issue with putting it. I mean, did we all put it up at the top?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of we built up the height. You're not gonna like go in there, take a bite, and feel like you're having sex again for the first time in your life.
Right.
It's gonna be just a candy bar. So I feel like maybe you hyped it up a little too much. It's just a candy bar, man.
I mean, you got an S tier too, man. I mean, it's good. It's definitely good. It's A or S.
I already said exactly how I structured mine. I would go into a gas station and grab that one.
Okay. Yeah, and then Almond Joy, I'm willing to say I'm weird for this one, and I love Almond Joy. I don't like the almond on top. I bite the almond and either eat it and get it out of the fucking way or throw that
That's
away.
the whole reason why I absolutely don't touch them.
We can just get the almond off there. The coconut with the chocolate is so
It
good.
ruins
I
the
love
whole
it.
bar.
How?
Have you ever had ketchup touch your noodles?
It's a nut.
Have you ever
There's-
had
you're
ketchup?
not- it's not leaking.
Nope, I don't care, bro. It's the same exact
think
thing.
that if
No,
you
it
eat-
ruins it. It just ruins it if it's on there. That's just how it is.
How?
just because that's just how it is.
Hold on.
Yeah,
What the hell are you eating noodles and ketchup with?
bro, it's literally just, I'm just giving you an example.
Like if your ketchup touches something else.
Okay.
If something touches something
That was
it's not
just a-
supposed to, if you have an apple and you have ketchup on your plate or something from fries or whatever,
I just
you
wanna-
and you touch your, are you gonna eat the apple?
It found.
That's what I'm like.
It was
I'm
just a weird mix. 'Cause normally you don't eat noodles and something with ketchup.
It's an example, man.
I get it.
I totally disagree though. I think ketchup is a valid argument because
You're gonna lick the ketchup right off the apple, huh?
No, but
Just
no, you're not listening. The thing is, an almond is not gonna leak on. Like there's no.
it ruins it though.
No,
It
it doesn't. You
them
don't
touching-
taste it.
No, I just don't want it there.
You're trying too hard now.
I'm just saying.
No, an almond does not affect the taste of
I'm not
anything.
gonna go
You
out
take
of
it
my
off,
way.
it's gone.
I'm not gonna go
Right?
out of my way to get that
Well, I don't like
silly.
the coconuts,
sorry,
though.
hold on.
That's fair.
Hold on. I'm not gonna go out of my way to go get that silly and sorry ass bar just to take the almond off, throw it,
Oh, 'cause that's
and
so
eat,
hard.
and eat the rest of the bar. Why
The
would
rest
I?
of the bar's
Why would I
so
pick
good.
that one when I could pick a different one?
It's so good. I love it. And Junior Mints.
Is it coconut on? Is it coconut flavored?
Yeah, it's
with
like
almond?
It's
or
like
what?
super sugary coconut, and then there's no almond. The almond's just on
I'm
top.
not a huge coconut guy either, so.
See, that's fair, and that's where I know it's weird because people don't love coconut. But
Yeah,
I think the
coconut's
chocolate
just an
coconut
interesting
thing is
kind
so
of
sick.
taste, don't you think?
Yeah.
Have you ever had
it is.
coconut milk?
No, you mean coconut water?
Or what? I think there's both.
I think you're thinking of almond milk. Almond milk is
No, I think there is
Okay.
coconut. I mean, probably. I'm probably
I have no
thinking
idea.
about almond milk, but I thought there was. I mean, there's got to be coconut milk.
probably, but coconut water is okay. I think I don't love it. But
Is the liquid inside of coconut called coconut water? Or is it
Yeah.
called coconut milk?
coconut water,
Okay.
and then there's like the is it grime? No, I don't know what it's fucking
I have
called. But you
no
scrape
clue.
the white around the
The
edge.
flakes.
Damn near flakes. I don't know what it's actually called. I have York and Junior Mints actually pretty high up here because Junior Mints, if I go to a movie theater, I'm getting Junior Mints. I think it's the best.
That's capped though, because we literally the last movie we went to, you didn't get Junior Mints. You got a little like frozen, or it was like a cookie dough covered in chocolate, and it was a whole little thing in a little. We literally.
Oh, yeah.
You literally
I'll get those
you were
too.
sharing. Yeah.
Those are good too.
So you capping.
No, I'm not. I swear to God, I swear on my mama that Junior
Cap
Mints
it
is
for
my
real.
go-to. It's my go-to. But if I'm getting something else, I don't want to get two different. You know, because they overprice that shit. So I usually stick to one. If something looks good, I might not get them. But usually Junior Mints is where I go to. Milk Duds, Whopper. I love all these chocolate things up here, man. I love them.
Chocolate's
Did
so
I
good.
fuck up anywhere? I don't really think I did. You can clearly tell that I'm a chocolate guy because look at my E and my F.
I'm disappointed in your Snickers choice. For
Just
a
a
chocolate guy, it really shouldn't be placed there.
I think the chocolate's the only redeeming quality.
Dude, you have candy corn above it. Like you're literally
That's
you're
true.
such an embarrassment to
No,
society.
candy
No.
corn
What
is so
the-
good.
Candy
You
corn
guys
is
are
so
tripping.
good.
I have
You guys
candy-
are straight
I have
tripping.
candy corn and A on my tier list.
Dude, I'm hoping I'm gonna get hella candy corn slander in the comments, and I'm the only one wrong here. But
I think you might.
There's
be,
just
it's
no-
like 50-50.
there's just no shot that people ever eat those things outside of like Halloween and Thanksgiving. There's just no shot.
I'll explain it to you right now. I have it at B tier. You might have it at A. So the reason I don't go out of my way is because you don't see. They're not selling candy corn like that, and it's not like at the front. So it's not convenient for me to buy it. If it was sitting right there, I think I would actually buy candy corn.
But when I think of like Halloween, the first candy I think of is candy corn.
Yeah, it's a Halloween candy. That's only
So,
that's
like-
the only time I eat it.
So like,
But they're not promoting it at all during like fucking May.
Yeah,
I
So
don't know
then
if
I
they
don't
sell
even
it.
have the urge to go get it.
I
Do they even
guess.
sell it anytime besides Halloween? I've never seen it in a
They
store
do, and
besides
it's
Halloween.
like fucking $1 for a big bag. So
But you know how nice it must be to just like put your product out there for like a month and then make a whole year's worth of money from it and just
seriously,
do it again for 1 month every year.
yeah.
It's kind of a good candy investment.
Oh god. All right, well I think that pretty much solidifies it. I mean, I don't hate your guys' tier list. I think they're all
Yeah.
pretty good. Mine's a little too much into the. I think mine's a little more into the chocolate side than anything else. I just don't really love all the super sweet stuff. I'll still eat it, obviously. But so we're gonna continue the. I mean, all of October we have a few different Halloween themed ideas. Like obviously, this next one is super Halloween. So let's actually go do that right now. we're going to transfer over to our pumpkin carving contest, and we will see you back here for our conclusion. Oh.
Okay, take me till the end of the line. You can't erase me. So use a song as a sign that I am crazy and that I'm never confined. But you should taste me, cause it's a hell of a ride. I took one step, 2 steps off the roof. Yep, who's next? Don't try to tell me what to do next. Ruthless, we're setting fire on the duplex. Got some fire playing my Russian roulette. I'm just fucked up. Now I used to picking love over lust. I'm just fucked up. Now I used to picking love over lust.
Alright, and welcome back. That was a fun time. Mine was definitely the best. It's no big deal, but...
Okay.
Anyways, so thank you guys for watching episode 9. Like we've said before, we're trying to keep as consistent as possible. Hopefully we got this out in a timely manner. I'm pretty sure we did. I'll probably get on editing this thing tonight, and we'll try to get it up soon after episode 8, and then we'll try to get eventually on like a weekly schedule to start, and then maybe upgrade to 2 a week, or maybe a bonus episode every 2 weeks or something.
Yep, absolutely. So if you've made it this far, absolutely thank you for watching. Consider liking and subscribing. We're absolutely needing your help here. And so help the boys get to where we're wanting to go. Do you have anything else you need to add? Or?
Yeah, I actually think we should say our goal that we set. real quick.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Our goal by next year, let's say next year Halloween, we want... This sounds crazy, and I'm gonna say it anyways.
I don't think it sounds crazy.
It's gonna sound crazy to the people watching.
That's
who know
fine.
us.
We don't care.
Exactly.
Say it with pride.
But
right now.
25,000 subscribers by next Halloween, and one of our videos is going to break 100,000 views. So we will keep you guys updated next Halloween.
1 year.
1 year from now, one episode going a little bit viral. Riding the algorithm the right way on TikTok or whatever it is, and then 25,000 followers / subscribers. Make sure we just started our Instagram and our TikToks. It's Bubs Club. I'm going to start our Twitter soon. Hopefully, I'm assuming Bubs Club is going to be available. So make sure to follow all of our socials, and then, like he said, like and subscribe. And we will see you next time for episode 10. Peace.